Welcome to our comprehensive introduction to English and basic pronunciation. Over the next few lessons, we'll explore why English is considered a global lingua franca, discuss the alphabet and fundamental sounds, learn simple but powerful pronunciation strategies, and practice key greetings to help you start meaningful conversations in English. Whether you're completely new to the language or simply refreshing your skills, these basics will form a strong foundation for your ongoing language journey. Be prepared to practice what you learn, and remember, patience and consistency are essential to progress. We'll begin with a brief overview of English's global reach and the importance of understanding the language's diversity. Let's get started. English is spoken by over 1.5 billion people globally, making it one of the most widely used languages in the world. Its influence extends beyond native-speaking countries, like the United Kingdom, the United States, Canada, and Australia, to nearly every corner of the globe. Because of its prevalence, English is the standard choice in international business, diplomacy, science, and the internet. By learning English, you access a vast array of information and connect with countless people from different cultures and backgrounds. One of the most fascinating aspects of English is its incredible variety of accents and dialects. If you compare an American accent to an Australian or Indian accent, for instance, the differences can be striking at first. Words may be pronounced in various ways and vocabulary can shift from region to region, but this diversity is a huge strength. As you study English, keep in mind that mutual understanding is far more important than striving for a single perfect accent. The best approach is to aim for clear pronunciation while embracing different styles of speech. Moreover, English has a rich history of absorbing words from other languages: French, Latin, Greek, Hindi, Spanish, and many others. This has led to an expansive vocabulary that might seem intimidating at first. However, once you recognize English's patterns and gather insight into common roots or prefixes, learning new words becomes much simpler. Over time, you'll come to appreciate these linguistic layers and discover how they shape modern English usage. In this brief overview, you should remember that learning English is not just about building a skill, it's about becoming part of a global community. In the coming scenes, we'll explore the building blocks of English communication, starting with the alphabet and its essential sounds. Think of this as constructing a house. The alphabet is like the sturdy foundation, pronunciation is the framework, and everyday expressions fill the interior. With each element in place, you'll be able to comfortably navigate English in real-world contexts. Now, let's move forward and examine the letters that form the backbone of the language. Let's delve into the essential framework of the English language, the alphabet. Comprising 26 letters from A to Z, the alphabet underpins every word you will read, write, and speak. It's crucial to understand both the name of each letter and the typical sounds those letters represent. While many languages have letters that consistently correspond to the same sound, English can be a bit trickier due to historical influences and borrowed terms. For instance, the letter C might sound like an S, as in city, or a K, as in cat. Still, learning the names of the letters is a fundamental first step, especially when you need to spell words aloud or recognize letter patterns in new vocabulary. Among these 26 letters, there are 5 primary vowels: A, E, I, O, and U. Some people also include Y as a semi-vowel, because it sometimes acts like a vowel, as in gym or myth, and other times behaves more like a consonant, as in yellow. Vowels are key to shaping the rhythm and flow of English words and can significantly affect a word's meaning when pronounced differently. Take, for example, mat, mate, and meet. The only change is the vowel sound, yet each word has its own distinct meaning. Grasping these shifts will help you unlock clearer speech and a deeper understanding of English text. The 21 consonants form the scaffold of English words, framing vowels and creating the distinct textures of speech. Each consonant can sometimes have multiple sounds as well, especially letters like G, soft in gem and hard in goat, and voiced in wise and unvoiced in snake. It may seem daunting, but don't let these variations intimidate you. Building a habit of listening carefully to the way native speakers handle letters, whether through music, films, or conversations, will train your ear to distinguish these differences naturally. A helpful tip for mastering the alphabet is singing the ABC song or reciting the letters in rhythm. This playful method is used in many classrooms worldwide because it solidifies the order of letters in your mind and makes memorization more enjoyable. You can also create flashcards, like the examples on screen, that pair a letter with a familiar word or image, reinforcing the connection between letter, sound, and meaning. As we move forward, keep in mind that each letter is a building block, and the more comfortable you become with them, the easier reading, writing, and pronunciation will be. Up next, we'll explore some straightforward pronunciation strategies that will strengthen your foundation and help you form clear, confident speech. By understanding the differences between vowels and consonants, and by continuously practicing these core sounds, you'll set yourself up for success in every aspect of language learning. Now let's talk about pronunciation, a skill that often intimidates learners but can be mastered with consistent practice and the right techniques. The first step is to recognize the fundamental difference between vowels and consonants. Vowels A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y typically require a relatively open mouth shape, allowing air to flow more freely. Consonants, on the other hand, involve some degree of constriction or obstruction of airflow, using the lips, teeth, or tongue to produce distinct sounds. By paying close attention to these mouth movements, you'll begin to develop greater awareness of how English words are physically formed. Listening and repetition are two pillars of good pronunciation. Begin by exposing yourself to a variety of English audio, podcasts, movies, music, or even short conversation clips. Try to mimic what you hear, focusing on the melody and rhythm of sentences as much as on individual words. English has a stress-timed rhythm, meaning some syllables are emphasized while others are shortened. Recognizing stress patterns in words and sentences will greatly enhance your clarity and make you sound more natural. Additionally, understanding the role of mouth shape and tongue position is critical for challenging sounds. For example, the difference between the short I sound, as in ship, and the long E sound, as in sheep, largely depends on how wide your mouth is, the shape of your lips, and the tension in your tongue. Minimal pairs, where only one sound changes, like ship vs sheep, are a powerful tool for isolating specific pronunciation issues and honing your ability to distinguish similar sounds. If you find yourself struggling with a particular sound or accent, break words down into smaller phonetic chunks and practice them slowly. Over time, muscle memory will develop in your mouth and tongue, making correct pronunciation more automatic. Remember that it's perfectly normal to have an accent influenced by your native language, and slight variations in sound are part of what makes English so diverse. Finally, don't shy away from recording yourself. By listening to your own speech, you can identify problem areas and track your improvement over time. Combine this self-evaluation with feedback from native speakers whenever possible, whether through language exchange programs or by joining conversation groups. With patience, persistence, and a mindful approach, you'll steadily develop clear, confident pronunciation that ensures you're easily understood by others. Next, let's build on this foundation by exploring some of the most common English greetings and polite expressions. In most interactions, first impressions are shaped by the words we use to greet each other. English offers an assortment of friendly and polite ways to say hello, such as hi, hello, or good morning. These simple phrases are the gateway to conversation and help establish a warm, welcoming tone. As you progress, you may discover other variations, like hey there or how's it going, depending on context and familiarity. When you hear a new greeting, note its tone and context so you can use it appropriately later. Politeness plays a significant role in English culture. Words like please, thank you, and you're welcome can foster positive connections and show respect toward the person you're speaking with. Whenever you're requesting something, slip in a please, and when someone helps you out, don't forget a thank you. A quick "you're welcome" is a courteous response that communicates your recognition of their gratitude. These small gestures may seem trivial, but they reflect empathy and social awareness, qualities that can transcend language barriers. Excuse me is another expression you'll find invaluable. It's used for getting someone's attention, politely interrupting, or navigating a crowded space. If you bump into someone accidentally, a quick "excuse me, I'm sorry" can diffuse potential tension. Along those lines, sorry is also a common courtesy in English. It's used for minor inconveniences or mistakes, expressing sympathy, or even just to show politeness. Finally, you'll encounter goodbye and its many variants. Phrases like see you later, take care, or have a nice day are perfect ways to end a conversation positively. With consistent practice, these polite expressions will become second nature, helping you navigate everyday interactions comfortably. Feel free to experiment and blend these expressions as you build confidence. Engaging in small talk, like discussing the weather or weekend plans, can be a wonderful way to put your new greetings and polite phrases into action. With the building blocks of greetings and courtesy established, you now have the tools to initiate conversations and make a strong impression wherever you go. In our final scene, we'll wrap up this introduction to English and basic pronunciation with some closing thoughts on how to keep practicing effectively in the days to come. Congratulations! You've just completed an overview of English fundamentals, including the alphabet, core pronunciation tips, and essential greetings. By embracing the broad reach of English, acknowledging the variety of accents that shape it, and focusing on clear and respectful communication, you're well on your way to building a robust language skill set. Remember, consistent practice is key to making these lessons stick. Even a few minutes every day, reading a simple text, repeating new words, or greeting friends in English can lead to substantial progress over time. Keep exploring, keep speaking, and keep refining your pronunciation. With dedication and enthusiasm, you'll find yourself improving steadily and connecting with more people worldwide through the power of English. Best of luck on your language journey.